Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and this is a video to compare the Logitech G Pro X, which I've recently unboxed and will be reviewing shortly, with the Corsair Virtuoso seen here. Now these are both premium gaming headsets, both around the same price, both featuring similar specs and features, and both able to connect to a number of different devices. Each offer their own premium features and design facets that make them stand apart from one another, but they're also comparable in a number of different ways, and I thought it was worth comparing these two to get you a bit more of an in-depth overview of them. Now it is worth noting before we get started that both these devices function best when used on PC and when plugged into a PC. The Corsair Virtuoso is a wireless headset, but it also supports 96 kHz when plugged in via a USB-C to USB-A cable, and the Logitech G Pro X uses digital to analog converter when plugged into PC to give you 7.1 surround sound via DTS Headphone X 2.0. But you can also use this wireless dongle with a Corsair Virtuoso to get 40,000 Hz frequency response over wireless through slipstream wireless technology, which basically ensures an instant lag-free connection and a very good bit of wireless audio. And that is where the Virtuoso stands apart from the G Pro X, because it does have the option for both wireless and wired connectivity, which unfortunately the Logitech G Pro X does not, as it is only a wired headset. However, that doesn't mean the G Pro X should be dismissed, and I'll talk to you about why it's excellent as we go through. As you can see, both these headsets feature a very premium solid build with metal, aluminium, steel finishes, headbands, and very nice looking faux leather headbands and ear cups. Here you can see the Logitech G Pro X, which boasts a very traditional looking headphone design with kind of some retro styling to it. It's not your standard RGB centered flashy gaming headset. It's more of a comfortable, easy on the eye, easy on the ears device that delivers a very nice look and feel with a very premium brushed aluminium G logo ear cup on the outer, a nice mixture of aluminium and steel headband design that's very durable, and I'll show you that later on, and a very nice look and feel to it in general. You'll also see that the headband itself is incredibly bendable. You've got a nice bit of flex and bend in the ear cups, and you can see that it stretches out nicely to fit on the head. It also has a very good fit to it, and it sits comfortably on the noggin too. Extendable headband there, and it gets nice and large, and comfort is not a problem at all. And it makes a satisfying sound when you pull it open. As standard, it comes fitted with these faux leather ear cups that I'll show you a bit closer in a minute. And you'll note 3.5mm connections on the bottom. Now, the Corsair Virtuoso also has a similarly extendable headband with some nice metal finishes on it. You will note that there is also a good tilt and bend in the ear cups, and you can tilt them in and out and move them around and get a nice comfortable fit. It also has a faux leather padded headband that's quite comfortable, and the same faux leather ear cups too. The difference here is these are round ones, and I do find that the Logitech G Pro X has a much more comfortable fit in terms of the ear cup design. They are larger. Taking them off, you also see the large 50mm drivers, and I'll leave all the specifications of both these headsets in the description for you to check out. It is worth quickly noting though that the Logitech G Pro X has 50mm drivers that are capable of a maximum of 20,000 Hz frequency response, and that is quite different from the Corsair Virtuoso, which, as I said, has a 40,000 Hz over wireless, but if you plug it in with a USB-C cable, it has 96 kHz, which is a high frequency response, high res audio, and is fantastic. The G Pro X has removable ear cups, and you see in the box you have the option of either faux leather on the right or the very soft, extremely comfortable cloth ones on the left. So it gives you the choice in the box, and it's not an additional purchase, which is really nice. These are quite shallow though, and I do find that my ears push against the drivers ever so slightly. However, I do find that they're also nice and large, so I've not had a problem with comfort over time. So they're quite large but not very deep. And what I'm saying is it fits over my ears nicely, but if you have large ears that stick out, then you might have a problem with them. However, I will say that one of the nags that I had with the Corsair Virtuoso when I unboxed and reviewed it, and I'll link to those videos in the description, is that I found very quickly that my ears were getting squashed both downwards and upwards and inwards as well, so pressed against the drivers and the top and bottom of the ear cups, and I found within a couple of hours I was very uncomfortable. However, I know other people that use that headset and don't have that problem, so it depends very much on the shape of your ears, and I think it's down to the round ear cups versus a slightly more oval shape in the G Pro X. One other issue I had, which you can hear ever so slightly in this video, is the ear cups squeaked slightly on the Virtuoso, but that could just be my headset, and it might just be a random individual problem. You see the Virtuoso has these faux leather ear cups. Both the leather ear cups on the Virtuoso and the G Pro X do a good job of blocking out external noise. Both these headsets also have side tone in them, and you can adjust that within the software for both devices. On Corsair, that's IQ. For Logitech, that's the G Hub. You can adjust the side tone on the Virtuoso by pressing and holding the mic mute button. You can't do that on the G Pro X, unfortunately. You will note on the inside of these ear cups you have sort of mesh finish on the drivers. I found that, as I said, to be a bit more uncomfortable. I just really was disappointed with the ear cups on the Virtuoso. I'll be honest, I really let it down. If you're looking for comfort, I would certainly say that the G Pro X has superior comfort. You can see here I've got one of each of the sorts of ear cups installed on it, just to show you the difference between the two, and I do prefer the cloth, but it's nice to have that choice. Both have a nice memory foam cushioning on the inside as well, so they deliver a really good comfort in using them throughout the day and into the night gaming as well, and I just found them really nice so far. The audio actually is also very good from both headsets. I really like high-res audio on the Corsair, and I'll talk to you a bit more depth about that as well. And I wanted to compare the ear cups as well. You can see here on the left is an ear cup from an Astro A50, very similar design to that with the G Pro X. Similar size. If you've ever tried out the Astro A50, then you'll get an idea. Now, the G Pro X has a detachable, bendable microphone with a windshield built on, and it plugs in simply to the bottom of the headset here. Nice that you can detach it and then take that headset out of the house and use it that way. Similarly, the Corsair Virtuoso also has a detachable microphone. If you want to hear the microphone quality, be sure to check out the reviews or unboxings of both of these, as I recorded the quality of them there. I will say that the Virtuoso has a slightly nicer one, and as I said, it has side tone built into it, so you can press and hold the mic mute button and get the side tone. You'll also note that the little LED ring on the end lights up when it's muted too, which is nice. You do get a mic mute button on the power cable of the G Pro X though. One of the selling points of the G Pro X is the software that comes with it in the G Hub, that has the Blue Voice software similar to that I've seen on the Blue Yeti X, and that allows you to customize on the fly the sound that you get from that headset's microphone, which is slightly interesting and a good selling point. Here you can see the multitude of cables that you get. You get a 3.5mm connection. This is the standard rated cable that you get with the mic mute button on it, and that plugs into the DAC that then plugs into your PC and allows you to benefit from the equalizer settings and the DTS Headphone X virtual surround sound. You also have this option of a 3.5mm cable that's rubber, that is intended to be used with your mobile phone if you happen to have a 3.5mm connection on your phone, which I do not, and most modern smartphones don't, so it's a real shame there's no option for a USB-C connection here. However, you will note that that cable does have a microphone built into that little box as well, so you could use it for calls too. You also get a splitter cable where you can plug in the single one and then split between headphone and microphone on a jack if you need it. It is worth noting, as I said, that you get the best audio experience with the DAC, the USB connection on your PC though, so if you're using it on console you just won't get a good experience. Now, the same can be said of the Corsair Virtuoso. As I said, this device can be used on several different things. It has a USB-C cable, and it has the wireless dongle, and it has a 3.5mm connection in the same way. So what you can do is you can use that USB dongle on PS4 and PC, but to get the best experience and to get virtual surround sound you need to be on PC. You won't get the same experience on console as you will on PC. Unfortunately, if you're on PC and you use the USB-A to USB-C cable, 96kHz audio, high-res sound delivers a much better experience. You hear a lot more sounds that you wouldn't hear normally. Another benefit of this headset is because it has USB-C connection on the headset. If you happen to have USB-C to USB-C cable, you can plug that into your phone and get music from your phone that way. There's unfortunately no Bluetooth built into this headset, which is an oversight. And for some reason they didn't choose to include a USB-C to USB-C cable in the box, which is a bit of a shame, especially since it does actually work. So if you happen to have, or you can just purchase a USB-C to USB-C cable, then you can plug it into your phone if you don't have a 3.5mm jack. It does have a 3.5mm cable with it though, so you can use it that way. When it comes to comfort and the premium design, I do think I prefer the Logitech G Pro X. The option of the swappable ear cups, the understated look and feel of it. You'll note the difference here. You've got that brushed aluminium finish on it, a very premium look and feel to it. With the Corsair Virtuoso, you'll have picked up, and I'll show you again in a minute, is that it has RGB lighting on the ear cups. It's quite understated, and they're both premium headsets, don't get me wrong, but I think that the G Pro X looks a bit superior. However, when it comes to sound, you can say that the Virtuoso has that edge because it has the 96kHz, it has wireless connectivity, it has 40Hz over wireless connectivity as well, so it delivers a better sound. It's just a shame. Both of them don't really have the same audio quality delivery on console, at least on paper. However, they're both great looking headsets and both available for a decent price too. The Corsair Virtuoso is absolutely packed full of features. Having the high-res audio, multiple connectivity options, a very nice look and feel to it, the RGB lighting on it too is really nice option, a very good choice if you have smaller ears. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't use this headset personally. Unfortunately, after a short period it really started to hurt my ears. But as I said, I've got a friend that's got this headset. He says he doesn't have any problems with that and it's very comfortable for him, and he really likes the audio on it and he thinks that surround sound is great, which I did too. The surround sound couldn't be faulted. The range of the audio with high res is fantastic. It's a really good bit of kit in that way. It's just let down by comfort for me. Whereas the G Pro X is a much more comfortable headset, and it has a very rich, good range of sound and a reasonable surround sound. I do note that the surround sound is a problem if you don't have the software installed properly. I found that the DTS Headphone X doesn't work, even had the DAC plugged in, and if you're using it with just 3.5mm connection, you're only going to get stereo sound. So the audio that you get is going to rely on the game developers, or if you're using Windows sound settings. You do have the options of Windows Sonic Sound and Dolby Atmos to improve things, however, it's still a consideration. And here you can see both headsets on the head and what they look like and get an idea of the finish there. You can see they both look very nice. One of the issues I did have with the Corsair Virtuoso is the way the cable installs on the headset, and I noted it in the review. It goes around the back of the ear cup, then comes across the front of you. Also noted, because of the braided cable, I found that when it rubbed on my clothes I could hear that in the ear cup and the microphone would pick it up. There's a similar sort of positioning with the G Pro X actually, but I haven't really noticed any of the sound leaking through into the headset or into the microphone either, which is definitely a bonus. The other thing with the G Pro X is you get a nice carry bag to take it all with you. There you go, this has been a nice summary. Hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Hope you found this video useful, interesting or hilarious. Be sure to subscribe and check out these other videos, as well as taking a look in the description for links and other information you might find useful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or anything you'd like to see extra about this, and have a great life.